Hey man,
What's going on, man?
how you doing?
Nothing much. Sorry about that, dude.
You
I
good?
got a bunch of family over, so it's pretty loud in the house.
You're fine, no problem, no problem. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So I'm just gonna ask you some questions, boxing related and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Go ahead.
All right. So my first question is there any potential fight date down the line? Anything that's being talked about or discussed?
Yeah, I would say mid. I'm not even mid. Early 2021. Hopefully COVID's calmed down a little more, so we're looking around February, maybe end of February, something like that.
Great, great, great. Is there any opponent that you want to potentially call out? Any guy on your radar at the moment?
Um, right now, I mean, I just lost, so I really want to just get back on track to what my plan is to get a world title, but for sure, I want a rematch with Navarrete again. I feel like without the knockdowns, he wouldn't have beat me. So next time I just can't get caught and just stay clean and box him.
hmm So you've been known to have a very good amateur pedigree. You've been in with some top guys such as Kerr Stevenson and Devin Haney. Do you believe that has helped you as a professional?
Yeah, for sure. Beating guys and just gaining experience as an amateur is probably the reason why I'm where I'm at right now. Beating guys like you said, Shakur, Devin Haney, one of the Gary Russell brothers. Guys like that. Who I admire for their hard work and how skillful they could be and where they're at in their career right now. But I need to be at their level too. So I'm still working and hopefully I could get there by middle of next year.
You represent Salinas, California very well. That's a big thing for you. Do you think that having that whole city behind your back has helped you as a fighter?
Yeah, for sure. Even after I lost, I have so much love and support from my city, and it really showed me that they're here to support me, and they're on my team. So whenever I try to go out there and do my best and do good for my city and my family and my team.
When fighters and fans see you back in the ring, what should they expect from you, your style, and just the way you fight?
Yeah, I'm as far as style, I feel like I'm a pretty slick boxer and don't really get hit much and you'd like to use a lot of angles, but as far as what they should expect from me, I feel like I'm after this loss it just made me hungrier and made me realize, I can't take this career for granted and I just want more and more and the more I win and the more I get it's just better for me to keep moving up and I'm just it was a little setback from my last fight, but I'm ready to get back in. I didn't feel like I was seriously hurt in any of those rounds, so I felt like I'm not too far away from the competition. So, watch the fight and seen a little minor things we could have changed, but yeah, I mean that's when you learn, and with this loss, I learned a lot.
You got to experience the bubble. Not many fighters have been able to do that. What do you think about the bubble and fighting without fans and just, the whole difference compared to now?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. The bubble was cool. The food wasn't the best, but as far as like them having you on the schedule and there's someone with you all the time except for when you're in your room. But it was a good experience to fight in. I felt like the no fans wasn't much of a bother. I just felt like it was a quiet sparring session. So it was a pretty cool thing to live through and but hopefully this COVID calms down. I think we're gonna get shut down again. So once the fans are back in and boxing can get back to where it's been. And there's been a lot of good fights coming up and happening. So I'm surprised they've been happening with this COVID and stuff like that.
Who are your favorite fighters growing up? Some of the fighters that you take after and you kind of, resemble a little bit.
Yeah. As when I was young, I watched a lot of Juan Manuel Marquez, Pacquiao since I'm a lefty, a lot of Lomachenko. That's where I feel like I get my angles and feet work from. You have to kind of take everything from everyone. Floyd's mentality, the way he takes to the ring. There's just a lot of so many guys that I've tried to not copy, but try to put them in my game, and try to use it for the best of me.
What are some of your hobbies outside of the ring that keep you, just happy that don't have to do with boxing?
That's a good question. I'm a homebody. I like to stay home a lot, but hobby, I play golf. I've been playing golf for about 2 3 years now, and I feel like I'm getting pretty good. And I'm actually about to go play right after this interview. So yeah, I feel like
Nice.
golf is it just takes me away from whatever I'm going through or boxing, stuff like that.
You showed great cardio in your fight with Emmanuel Navarrete. Not many people thought you would be able to outlast such a relentless fighter. What do you think the mental, strength that it takes to do that type of thing?
Yeah, for sure. I was in shape. As far as mental shape, I was doing a lot of ice baths. They say that helps for mental strength. I was doing about two a week. I feel like that helped a lot, but just believing in myself. Whenever I was on the canvas, I never thought about giving up. I never thought about, dang, this guy's gonna knock me out. I just thought to myself, I got to get back in this fight, and I feel like I did pretty good as far as that, but just not enough.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Now, your career is still very young, obviously, but out of all the fights you've had so far, what do you consider so far your defining moment of your career?
I would say my first Showtime fight, just because it was on TV, and the competition was being stepped up a little bit, and it was all the way in Louisiana, so I didn't have much of my family there. But just fighting on TV for the first time, the little jitters you got, but after the first round, I would say I got comfortable. I got in my zone, and I was good. Nerves were gone.
Now, would you ever like to fight in either Salinas, California, or whatever big stadium or arena is closest to Salinas, California, sometime in your career?
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully I get a world title, and be able to call the shots, and bring a fight to where I'm at, and it'll be pretty cool. We've had a couple of fights here in Salinas, but like you said, not big arenas or big places where I could fill them up. So it's all out too, just because of how many people support me in my city and around my city. So hopefully I get my world title soon, and then I could bring one over here.
Is making 126 difficult? Are you comfortable at it? And are you capable of going down to 122 or up to 130?
Yeah. I can stay at 126. My last fight I weighed in at 125. I had a breakfast, lunch, and dinner the day before the weigh-ins, and I felt good. And as far as making 122, my coach was telling me about that um, if he was asking me if I can make 122. So hopefully we win soon, and they were thinking about putting the weight at 120 for the next fight. I can make 122, but I'm comfortable at 126. I don't mind staying at 126 at all. I could be here for another year or so. So yeah.
Great, great, great for sure. You know, you've showed that you had real toughness in the ring. What's one thing, you got knocked down, but you got up and you kept fighting and you showed a great account of yourself. What's one thing you want to tell fighters who get in that position where they get knocked down?
Yeah, I would say, stay down for the 8 count. Just try to take a little C. Don't panic another main thing, where in my head I was just thinking, don't panic, and I didn't panic, and I stayed down, and fought through the hard rounds. And there's gonna be rounds like that where you don't. It's gonna be super close rounds, and you just got to keep fighting, and that's where champions are made of.
100% without a doubt. Well, this is pretty much the interview. Thank you so much for doing this. I truly appreciate it. It meant a lot to me. So before we wrap it up, just tell everyone your socials and where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm RV4 on Instagram, Twitter, and yeah, yeah. Thanks again, dude. You're pretty young to be doing this. How'd you get into this?
My mom showed me boxing when I was 6, and since then I've just been hooked on the sport.
Yeah, that's super cool, dude. You never tried boxing or never worked out or nothing like that?
I have. I enjoy the sport. My dad and mom didn't want me to get brain damage or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
told me
for sure. Yeah, for sure, dude. Self defense. Let me just learn. I won't get hit. Let me just learn how to fight.
Yeah, for sure. They want me to be a commentator or analyst. But
Yeah, no, that's a good job too, bro. So many fighters and people who aren't boxing do that now. So
yeah.
that's a pretty smart job. I'd rather be talking outside the ring than be getting hit inside the ring.
And that actually reminds me, there's one question that you brought up that I forgot to ask you. What got you into boxing? What made you want to become a fighter?
When I was 5, my dad and my grandpa were big boxing fans. At the time, it was, all the Mexican superstars that were just, Morales, Barrera, Marquez, a bunch of Mexican guys that were just, doing a lot in the sport. So my dad was a big fan, and for my 5th birthday, they took me to the local boxing gym here in Salinas, and you know, um, it was. I just remember it being different, but I enjoyed it. I made friends, and then once I started sparring, I kind of like got a little like addicted to it. But um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs inside the sport. I've been doing it since I was 5, so I've seen a lot of stuff, and I'm just grateful to be where I'm at right now.
Great, great. So as I said before, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. We'll all be rooting for you in your next fight. We'll all be excited to hear that fight date soon. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure, dude. You take care.
You too, man.
All right.
See you, bro.